The war against internet and social media platforms in certain countries is ignorance. Introduction. In the 21st century, the internet and social media platforms are not luxuries, they are lifelines. They connect people, empower communities, and drive knowledge, innovation, and global participation. Yet, in several countries around the world, governments are waging an active war against digital access. These efforts to block or restrict the internet and social platforms are not just acts of censorship, they are signs of deep-rooted ignorance, fear, and political control. This systematic denial of access is depriving millions of their right to education, freedom of expression, business opportunities, and global integration. Context: why internet access is denied. The motivations for internet shutdowns and censorship vary. Authoritarian control. In countries where regimes fear criticism, the internet is seen as a threat to power. Social media becomes a tool of mass mobilization, so it is often the first to be blocked during protests or elections. Fear of exposure, corruption, human rights abuses, and poor governance are more likely to be exposed through digital platforms. Restricting access becomes a way to silence whistleblowers and control narratives. Cultural and religious justification. Some leaders argue that internet content undermines traditional or religious values, using morality as a shield for repression. Economic protectionism. In rare cases, restrictions are imposed to limit foreign influence over local markets, although these measures often backfire. What is being denied? When access to the internet and social media is restricted, populations are cut off from education resources, online learning, scientific databases, research tools, and global education platforms. Business opportunities, e-commerce, freelancing, digital marketing, and global trade networks. Health information, real-time updates on pandemics, digital consultations, medical research, and emergency alerts. Freedom of speech, platforms where people voice concerns, organize peacefully, and engage in civic discussions. Global participation, youth, professionals, and creators are excluded from global culture, innovation, and dialogue. Consequences on disconnected populations. 1. Educational marginalization. Students in disconnected areas fall far behind their peers globally. With no access to online libraries, e-learning, or global academic forums, their intellectual growth is stunted. 2. Economic isolation. Entrepreneurs and freelancers lose international customers. Job creation via digital platforms collapses. Small businesses are unable to reach new markets. 3. Suppression of human rights. Without social media, violations go unseen. Activists are silenced, and communities cannot speak out or organize for justice. 4. Stunted scientific growth. Researchers, scientists, and medical experts cannot collaborate internationally or access new findings, crippling national development. 5. Professional disconnection. Engineers, journalists, teachers, artists, and many more are cut off from tools, peers, and global progress. 6. Children's exclusion from the planetary village. The digital divide creates a generation of children unaware of global values, dialogue, diversity, and opportunities. Advantages claimed by restricting access, and their limits. Claimed advantage. Reality check. National security suppression fuels unrest and distrust. Real threats remain. Cultural preservation. Isolation breeds ignorance, not pride or understanding. Political stability. Censorship delays unrest but deepens anger and opposition. Misinformation control. Lack of access fuels rumors. Truth needs light, not silence. The true advantages of open access. Democratic empowerment, free expression and civic participation. Digital jobs and innovation, growth in online work and tech development. Health advancements, better disease tracking, global collaboration, and knowledge sharing. Education for all. E-learning closes knowledge gaps and promotes lifelong learning. Global citizenship, empathy, tolerance, and cooperation among cultures. Conclusion. The war against the internet and social media in some countries is not about safety, it is about control. But in a world increasingly defined by digital inclusion, denying access only leads to national and generational failure. Governments must recognize that restricting the internet is not protecting the nation, it is depriving its people of progress, dignity, and opportunity. The internet is not the enemy. Ignorance is. Our training are available online at www.say-act.org.